Seems like you have finally discovered. I know what you're gonna say. I'm just kidding. None of you guys actually watch my videos. Watch my videos. But anyways, okay. I'll cut the the crying. I didn't do anything. Emotions, whatever. Obviously, I'm going to talk the obvious. This thing. If you guys are a frequent viewer of mine for the past, like, I don't know, a month ago or a few months ago, you notice this thing right beside me every video I've uploaded. And, okay, today I'm going to introduce you to it, if I can, because this thing is a pew pew, and I don't know if I can say the GUN word, because I don't know if YouTube is allowed me to say the pew pew word. Maybe they're just too sensitive enough to say the G word. But if I say the KILL word or HE double hockey sticks word, they're gonna ban me to the shadow realm and never let me on the YouTube platform again. And you tell me, hey, I'm abandoned their village and never come back. Then I don't know what to do. So anyways, I'm gonna show you. Now, behold, my Arisaka, or should I say just the rifle. Now, let me introduce you to the Arisaka rifle Type 99. I think it's it's definitely a Type 99. Hold on a sec. Alright, take two of showing it. Boom. This is the Arisaka rifle Type 99. So a bit of history lesson. The Arisaka Type 99 is the Japanese rifle, mandatory rifle during World War II. And it was were actually the Japanese army during World War II, and it was much lightweight and much more accurate than the Type 38 rifle. And if you don't, oops, there's just a piece broken. Now, probably a few weeks ago, I uploaded a video called repair my rifle thingy. It was just a minute video, and I was running out of room, so I just uploaded there because I just wanted to, make room while I still record, just like most of all my videos. But anyways, yeah, let's give a review of my Arisaka rifle. Now, the thing is, I didn't bought this. I didn't, I didn't ask eBay or request from anybody. I made this myself, okay? And that's something I should be proud of, because this thing took almost a week to make, but I've done it. And I'd like to show it to you because, well, first of all, I'm proud I've made this thing in the first place, even though I can't show it at the end. YouTube is probably gonna, send me to the the COPPA jail, or the not approving for age for kids room. I don't care. It doesn't matter as long as I'm, showing what I love. And this thing doesn't actually shoot. I need to tell you, YouTube, this doesn't actually shoot. It's not even real. It doesn't shoot anything. It's just a prop. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, it's a prop. It doesn't actually shoot anything, but I'm going to show it anyways. So let's start with the beginning, from the buttstock here. In here, it's made out of rubber. So I found a flip-flop, and then I just stick it in there as a padding, just like an actual gun. Like, you need rubber for it. And yeah, I really like this. Also, there's another reason why I need it. The buttstock was a bit too short, and I was looking at the barrel, and my face was too close to the bolt action, and I didn't want to add extra wood, and it's just gonna look ugly. So I just added padding, which is enough for me. Now, it's the buttstock here. I didn't make a hinge enough, so, not a hinge. So I just tape a piece of some kind of piece of metal there or something. Now let's talk about the bolt. The bolt and the the stock is a whole different part of it. So what I did is cut. So I got a PVC. So this PVC here is this PVC was a silk adapter from, I don't know, 3 or 4 inch, or yeah, it's probably a 3 or 4 inch to a half an inch. And I cut the layers outside here. I look at the Google images, so I can specifically cut where. Now, the best thing about this is a bolt action rifle. So if you don't know what a bolt action rifle is, so after you pull out your your bolt, and then you put your clips here, your clip of magazines in there. So for example, imagine this was a whole clip of ammunition, or just this one. This isn't real. This is just a piece of plastic on a straw. So you put that in there, and then you rack on. It jams. Sometimes it jams. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Let's just say that. So you pull this here, and then I rack it, and then you close the clip bolt. Now the spring is locked, and then when I shoot it, it shoots the firing pin into the the cap inside, and boom. And when you pull it out, the bullet comes out. Except this one doesn't. It's just Now every portfolio I followed, it's all based on what's on the Google image. And here's the best part: I can release it, and the inside of the bolt is this. The butt, I haven't colored it yet, but I will. And you can release this bolt, and it's just a piece of nail. And yeah, it's a piece of spring there, and you're supposed to take it out from the other side, but yeah, that's how you do it. It's so you can literally separate the things in here. Oops. You guys might be asking, why is there a spring inside here? My first idea was to make it an airsoft rifle, because it would be really cool to have an airsoft rifle. There are airsoft rifles in my in where I live. But not the Arisaka one. I don't know if there is one that's actually cheap and not made from like a super rich corporation of airsoft groups. But yeah, I just really wanted to make it on my own because I couldn't find it where the cheap is. The only similar ones are the M18 Johnson in my country. Oh yeah, it's like a professional. So yeah, I didn't buy it because it looks similar, like a Johnson or M1 carbine. Now there are sights here and some little details. Obviously the Japanese, put the chrysanthemum, and there's type 99 on it. I don't know if you can read that, but that's the chrysanthemum, and that's the word type 99 right there, type 99. The sights, I can open and close the sights, so this is what the sights look like. I haven't colored it yet. There's a good reason why I didn't glue it, because there was one time I tried to bring this, and I was bringing it in my back, and because this was so thin, this part was so thin, it breaks, and it sometimes I can't replace it because I've already glued it, so I had to nudge a giant nail or something from inside here to just rack it apart. Because of that, I just make a few of these just in case I didn't break it. I just make a few of them and then just place them here, and when I need to adjust it, I could just turn it left and right, and I can see the sights. And yes, you can actually see the sights are actually accurate here. See those three edge right there. And you can definitely see that there. Yeah, you see? That's how I looked at it. See, that's the view of it. You can see the sights aiming directly towards it. Alright, and that's all I have to say. And this is about the thingy. This is the muzzle. We have the cleaning rod, the end, the barrel, the sides. Obviously, you can see this thing for pressure measures. Now the bayonet. Obviously, we're gonna have how do I do this bayonet here? Is it was type 30 bayonet, but you can also release this. Now it's a post-war or end of the war bayonet, and you can stick it here. I think right here. Let me do this one more time. Yep. There it is. Now you can put your flags or put whatever you want in there. It's just a really cool design I made. The bayonet, I made it from a piece of wood. This isn't real, it isn't real. It's just a piece of wood block, and the scabbard is made out of cardboard that I just cut, and this is made of pipe. I cut a hole in it so it also fits in the bottom here. Because I had problems with, like, why is it staying still when I wobble it around? Oh, I'm forgetting this piece of part. Now let's talk about the flaws. This is one of the biggest flaws ever, if you guys couldn't see it. But if you look here, it's bent. It's like bent to the right side. Because the wood I bought, so I started making it from a block of wood, and then I cut it, and then I realized, oh, the block of wood was already bent in the first place, and I didn't see that coming before. And when I was, finishing it with my grinder, it was still bent. So I tried to, do the best as I can to make sure to grind it just to make it equal as the same, the length doesn't look at it bent. And that's, it didn't work, but it's still good. Nobody would see it if you just hold it like this or like this. But if you like actually hold it like this, and you can see that there's a slight bend to the left. Maybe not a slight, but a little bit of bend there. Another con here is obviously the bloodstock here. Yes. And like I mentioned to you guys, like a few minutes ago, it's not a bolt action like spring airsoft gun, which is a shame. It could have been there, but I just want this to be a prop. I don't want to shoot anyone with it. It would be bad, because I also had to make a separate place for the spring and for the rest of it. I could make a few I already cut a few things here, so I can just pretend I put bullets inside, like that. The next one is, there's a lot of flaws here. This, I need to like weld like a piece of metal here, so it looks like a giant ball point or something, like a giant ball. That's supposed to be. I haven't colored this yet with the thingy-mabobs, but I'm mostly supposed to make this in a pre-war. Next is the airplane sights. The reason why I didn't want to do that is, the first reason is that this was supposed to be like a mid-war, a few section war. Also, I don't think there's no point to put aircraft sights in here. You're not going to shoot an airplane, and I'm not planning to shoot anything at all, obviously. And the next flaw is this. This is supposed to be a metal for the gap for your trigger, and it's supposed to protect your trigger from, breaking or something. This is just a piece of tape I put there. Yeah, see? Next flaw is this. I need to sand it or need to push it a bit. It's just a piece of metal there. I think it's a piece of flaw. This flaw doesn't need to have a big issue. The groove of the hand, of the finger, is not that bad. I just think it could be deeper. This is one of the biggest problems. I almost got cut because I break a bit of the I forgot what this thing is called. But yeah, I did get cut here, so I just put a piece of tape here just in case. Another flaw is, you might think that the barrel is extended all the way outside here. It goes outside. No, it doesn't. I just found a 10 millimeter inch something PVC, and I just drill a hole directly in here and just stuff it in. So it's not, there's nothing in here that's literally, there's nothing inside of this gun. So it's basically just a piece of thick wood in here, and then just a piece of PVC. It's a good thing I didn't drill, because that would make it way sensitive or something. The next one is, it's not metal parts or any plastic parts I can make. It's fine, whatever. But the cleaning rod, it's not a cleaning rod. It's just a piece of nail that I found, and then I just hammer it, so you can't actually clean anything. The sides broke almost a few times. There's not a bit of the paint is about to wear off because I've been keep putting the bayonet in and out, and that's where the bayonet thing comes from. Obviously, this is a problem. Okay, and then if you look here, yeah, there's a slight curve inward there because of bad sanding. And another one is, sometimes if I accidentally hit something with my bayonet, this thing would actually nudge to the left or right. It will break apart because it's only part by glue, and I didn't do too much about it. But anyway, so yeah, I try to avoid hitting anyone. It's just for aesthetic and not to actually hit anybody. So yeah, that's basically it about my Arisaka Type 99. Now for the reason why I made this is because it's for a costume, and it's first of all, I just want to do it. I just want to make it for not just for my costume, but I just really want to make it. It's a male thing, you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. You can't buy it from eBay. You can't go buy it in like an airsoft store. It not shoots, but it's a prop. It's a really good prop here, and I'm proud of what I built because this thing looks real and looks cool, except for the sand, except for the varnishing. That's another flaw I need to tell you about the varnishing. The varnishing was, I think it was too thick, and because of that, I had to pry a few things out because it was getting sticky in my hands. So yeah, this like evidence of like where I was hand holding it. It was pretty sticky, so I had to sand it out a few, and now it just looks a bit ugly. Like sanding it doesn't work. So, anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say about this. I'm pretty proud of what I made here. I'm not ashamed of what I make. I mean, would anybody else will do this? Yes, but not many people. People will look at this and say, "Whoa, that's pretty cool. It's really amazing." And to you, it's like, yeah, because you made it yourself. You should be proud of what you've made by yourself, even though it doesn't look that cool, doesn't look that accurate that much. The important thing is that you tried your best, and what you've done is what you've created by your own hands with your own thoughts and with your own tools is that's the thing you should be proud of, because even though it doesn't look like anything, it means everything to you because it's what you created. You've created something that's that you've bought and you worked so hard for, and hard work will always pay off. It will always. And I haven't let go of this thing in a while. I haven't like put this aside. Like if I made something that was like something I didn't want to, or something like it was worth nothing, or I just bought something, I wouldn't hold it. But this, I haven't let go of this for a while because I feel really proud of it. So yeah, if you guys want to make something, you should do it too, because I think you should, get out there and make something, do something that's pretty, not just productive, but also pretty cool that people would appreciate, including a community or something of your own. Go find what you want to make, and you could just show it to people. It's okay to show off as long as you're really humble about it, and you just say, I did my best. I didn't do too much. This is all I can do, and it will pay off 100% of what you did. This thing looks terrible in the eyes of some people who don't care. Who don't care. Well, actually, who cares about aesthetics and accuracies? But to some normal people who've never seen this before, who think that they can't do it because I don't know, why can't they? Think this is amazing. So you should be happy if you did this, and so am I. I'm happy I did this. That's all I have to say. Yeah.